Guys, I'm going to have a hard time making it through this. This is going to be like the Carol Burnett show, and there's no way I can do this story justice. I wish you could have seen it. Wish it had been on film. It involves one of my friends, John, but the main one, Tommy, the one I call Possum, and I can't put, the reason I call him Possum, there's no way I can put the story on there. It was so gross. I might try one day. But anyway, this is called the Werewolf of Prim. And if there's any place in Arkansas you're going to get attacked by a werewolf, it's going to be Prim, Arkansas. And guys, you know, around Prim, this year I talked to somebody who helped develop the supersonic rocket missile system at the Pentagon and knew the geology. And the center of a lot of volcanic activity this last year has been centered at Prim. Look at those rocks, a lot of ancient stuff up there. But Prim, Arkansas is one of my places I almost cried because I could have asked my friends to help me with the money for the lease because I had it 29 years, but we lost it this year. I did. We wasn't making it up there too. Me and another friend of mine was in bad health, and I just decided to let it go, and it was tough. Almost tough losing my grandmother's place. But anyway, this here, this was similar to the werewolf mask I used. This is a little bit more scary, believe it or not. But anyway, the Werewolf of Prim. I decided that I was going to joke my buddies out when I found this. I mean, the mask I had was a upper body, claws and everything. I was going to get a lot of people. I only ended up getting 2 people real good, and my buddy Tommy. But anyway, I decided to test it. Me and my buddy John, you know, the one, if you watch my True Freedom, the Beast, it got a lot of views where I spilt the deer scent on me, and it stayed with me for 2 weeks. It's in my truck. Well, John was with me, and I said, I'm going to try it on him, but it's daytime. I knew it wouldn't work that well, but I parked the truck. The truck was about 300-400 yards from where we was hunting. I hid some pine trees, and now remember, this is scary. I mean, if it just hits you right there, it's going to scare you. Here he come, walking with his bow down through there, going to the truck, and I just come running. He goes, ho, ho, what you doing, boy? Oh, that didn't scare me. I knew it was you. And I was like, well, I never said anything to him, and I like, John, why did you do that Elaine Bennis on Seinfeld dance? Y'all ever watch that where they was making fun of her? He kind of do that. But, you know, he did realize it's me because he's sitting the bottom down, but night's different. And we was on a full moon, the biggest full moon I'd ever seen, and we was hunting in February. I took Tommy up there, and I had it all planned out. I had it hid in the back of my truck, the whole costume. It was big and everything. And I said, anyway, we got done hunting, and I had big coveralls on. Well, before Tommy got there, I stuffed the whole thing down in my coveralls, covered it up and everything. And I said, Tommy, you know, let's get out of here. And it was, you could see really, it was almost like daytime. I was like, this is perfect, full moon and everything. I going down the power line at Prim, and I was like, man, I got to go to the bathroom. He said, all right. Well, Tommy's lovely wife now was his girlfriend then. He was like a schoolboy in love. They're married now, found the love of his life. Congratulations, Tommy. But he was like on that phone like a little 16-year-old boy with his first girlfriend. Oh, okay, Mitch. I mean, we was riding down that power. Okay, Mitch. Okay, I'm going to go. So this is perfect. I thought, man, he can see me. I better walk a good ways from the truck or he'll look up and see what I'm doing. So I got out there and I slipped that on, everything, left the door open so it wouldn't make no sound. And I snuck back and I could see Tommy in there, and he was leaned over like this. He was just like texting his girlfriend like this. And I slip in the driver's seat and I put the claws like this. And he just keeps texting. I'm like, I guess I'll have to get close enough so he can hear my breath. I got right there and he's texting. I'm like, well, son of a gun. I knew I should have walked farther. That son of a gun is playing it cool. He looked out there and could see me put that thing on. And I said, I blew this whole thing. I said, I blew this whole thing because I didn't walk into the woods where he could see me. And I'm coming out. And you got to remember, think of this. In the middle of nowhere, 10 miles from the closest house, up in the Ozark Mountains. And I've got this on. And I'm coming out and I got my claws and I'm doing like this. And he does like this. And he pins himself up against the door. He's like, and I laughed so hard. He's like, and I hit the ground. I was crying. I was cramping. I was crying. I cramped for a couple of minutes before I could say anything. And he was still in the truck. I didn't realize, I think he had his 45 on him. I was thinking about, man, if he had a gun, but he was so, it wouldn't matter if it was a machine gun. He was so shocked he couldn't have operated it. He'd have missed me. He said, he goes, ah. I said, Tommy, it's me. He goes, ah, ah, ah. You know, scared. I forgot his word. Ah, ah, ah. You know, and he was like this, and he used son of a gun. It took him a while to settle down. And I told him, you know, all these jokes I've played, I could have caused somebody to have a heart attack. And I told him, Tommy, I'll be honest with you. Love you, man. But here we are out in the middle of prim. And if you'd had a heart attack and you died, I said, there's no sense in me going to prison. And I said, buddy, I'd have took you to the hospital. And then I would have run the hell home and burnt that thing. And I'd say, man, I don't know, Tommy. Tommy never hardly been in the hospital in his life, good in health. But I guess he just had heart problems running the family or something, officer. I mean, you know, what happened, man? We're just going along. He just stroked out. I mean, you know, come on. And Tommy said, yeah, you'd have done that. And I said, well, heck, who wouldn't have? Oh, yeah, officer, I played this joke on my buddy, and I put this werewolf mask on, and I scared him to death, so I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. Yeah, right. Hope you enjoyed my story, but it don't come close to doing it justice if you'd been there, guys. Later.